Hi guys, so as you can see, my highlight and contour is already done. I am gonna do a quick eyeshadow tutorial for you. I actually just cleaned off all of my makeup and my skin is so sensitive that it looks like I have pink eyeshadow on, but that is just from being in a hurry and using baby wipes. That's what baby wipes does to my skin. So for anyone on the fence that has sensitive skin, just know that I have really sensitive skin and baby wipes does that to my lids. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with a clean palette. So what I mean is I'm just gonna take the small end of my Best Blend Forever and I'm just gonna take Moonlit. This is a highlight for women with really, really light skin, really fair complected women. That's usually like their accent highlight. So, and I'm just gonna put a light layer over that. See that? That just makes it a nice, even base, and it can be like a primer. Like some women spend a lot of money and get eyeshadow primers. Did you know that's even a thing? I didn't even know that was a thing until the last couple months. So just that way you don't see that pinkish, purplish skin and it's a little bit even. Okay, so I'm gonna go just like that with my highlight. And you can use your accent highlight even, that's fine. Or you don't have to use it at all, that's up to you as well. So the first thing I'm gonna do is go in with my eyeshadow everything brush. This is completely worth the money. And I'm gonna put Unicorn down here. I'm gonna go in the corner and I come all the way down because what that's gonna do is it's just gonna open my eye. It's gonna brighten my eye. I'm gonna come under this brow. Now, if you don't like this silvery shimmer, another really good one is Sabrina, and that's more of a cream shimmer. But I like to have, you know, different colors for the different things that I wear. But if you're gonna wear like, you know, blacks and grays, this Unicorn is perfect. And then if you wanna wear more browns, the Sabrina is a really good one. So I just slapped that on there, okay? And then I'm gonna use this other end of my eyeshadow everything brush. I'm just giving it a quick swirl to get off the stuff I used this morning. And I'm just gonna blend this. So this is a wash from bottom of your lid to that brow is a wash, just like that, okay? And next I'm gonna use that eyeshadow everything brush and I'm gonna use this fluffy end again, and I'm gonna go in with a color called Bird, and it looks like a brown, and it typically is one of those neutral colors, just one of those colors you have to have in your palette. But actually when you add it over the Unicorn, it ends up being a bit more gray. This is a transition shade, and I just put it right in my crease, and I just come right down here a little bit. Now I do have a bit of a hooded eye, so the trick to that is to make sure I go up higher on that brow bone. If I want more control, I just go in with the smaller end, tap that off a little bit, it gets rid of some of that fallout, and then I just go up a little bit higher. So out here on that brow bone, right up there. And you can see it's a little bit more of a gray when you hit that Unicorn. So that's pretty cool. These shades all blend and build beautifully. And then this side. And I put more on this side, so I'll add a little bit more on the other side. And this side isn't as hooded for me, so it's much easier to work with for me. Okay, so just like that, that is called like a windshield wiper. So that is a 2 shadow look. Again, it's a little bit more bold. If you want it less dramatic, then you want to use a shade called maybe Basic and Sabrina, and then that way it's not quite so dramatic. So I am going to use the smaller end and go ahead and swipe in just a little bit more and swipe just right across that crease. And so that I don't have harsh lines, I'm just going to blend. Just doing some swirls, just like that. So that is, again, a bit more of a, you know, eye-popping, dramatic sort of look. I'm gonna kick it up a whole other level here, and I'm gonna go in with Miha, and with that small end, I'm gonna put it right here, right in that little V. I'm just gonna add a little pop of color. You can do this with any of the colors on the palette. And then I'm gonna blend. See how my wrinkly skin gets a little weird all up in there? Blend. Take this brush, back and forth. Really push it in there. If you have more mature skin, if yours is even a bit more loose than mine, then you might also want to get the eyeshadow, or not the eyeshadow, everything, that's what I'm using. You might also want to get the blend and tap. So the bristles are a bit closer, and I'll talk about the brushes more in another demo, but it gives you a little bit more control to get in there and more pressure, and then it picks up more and puts more down. So there's just a fun, again, dramatic kind of eye look. Now, what I love to do is I love to take my multitasker, and I use this on my lips and my eyebrows, all over the place. And I'm gonna go ahead and dip into some of this Cola contour. This is actually a contour for women of color. And I'm gonna use it as liner. My liner skills are not perfect, as you can see. I am no makeup artist. I'm not gonna come all the way down. That closes up your eye just a little bit. So I'm just going about 3/4 of the way in. So you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. Again, it's really just a matter of preference, you know, what you prefer, but I'll go ahead and even it out. Show you what both eyes are gonna look like. So just like that, voila. So that's pretty fun, pretty exciting. I'm gonna do one more thing. I'm gonna kick it up a whole other level. My thing lately has been taking this Bayou and adding it to this lower lash here. I just love it, I absolutely love it. What I'm gonna do though, is I'm gonna take my Stay Spray, and this is usually used for setting your makeup, and I'm actually gonna put it on my brush. I'm gonna dip it into that Bayou. I'm gonna put it right down here. So it's just a little bit extra party on those eyes. That may or may not be your thing, but I like to show how versatile the makeup is. So, just an extra added little pop of color. That's super fun, right? Let's say I have done my makeup and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know, it's just too bright. I don't really love, you know, the real bright unicorn. You can tone that down a little bit. So I will show you Georgia, this illuminator. It's gold. I can take that, and mind you, I'm using the same brush, this eyeshadow everything brush, and I'm just gonna put right over that unicorn, so it's not that iridescent, so it's just a little less white. Just like this. Blend it there. And now I have a different eye look, a different eyeshadow look. So it just, again, that really is bright and that kind of silvery, but to just tone it down a little, but to still have a shimmer, I just use that illuminator again, called Georgia. Same brush. Now, normally when you're putting eyeshadow on, you have those little spongy things, and if you use it on a blue once, you have to forever find it and use it on a blue. That is not how these brushes are. So like I said, I'll just give it a little swirl on my towel maybe, but otherwise I can just go back and forth and not have a ton of transfer. You don't have to use a ton of shadow either. So for those of you girls that are not makeup wearers, you know, you might just throw one shade on there. It might just be some Sabrina on the bottom lid. Maybe it's a little Bubba or Peppa in the middle there. Maybe it's just a bit of illuminator right there. Again, if that's too much shimmer, get a cream illuminator. Get Pearl, which is the toned down version of Unicorn, or you're gonna wanna get rose gold, okay? So if you do want more of a gold, go ahead and just get that rose gold. So I love the fact that these illuminators are like 16 bucks and you know, the shadows are 12, but you can get these illuminators and use them as eyeshadow all day long and really kind of get your money's worth. So I'm just gonna blend this out just a little bit more, tone it down, just make that disappear. So when in doubt, keep blending. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.